Hey guys, Multi here. Today let's talk about the PvP in Mists of Pandaria. You know, Mists of Pandaria is around the corner. Next month is coming up. So PvP will be a big part in Mists of Pandaria. You know, still the arena, I guess, is the most important thing that we should consider. Sure, there are also battlegrounds, open world PvP, depending on your server. Most servers, as far as I know, are pretty one-sided, like 99% to 1 or something like this. So let's be honest, it's about arena mostly. Today we will go over it. I only will rank today DPS because I can tell you one thing: I never played a heal in arena, so I don't want to consider it to rank it today. Maybe close to the launch, maybe I will make a combined list of DPS, heal and tanks, but I can already say tanks are not good in PvP, which does not mean you cannot have fun with tanks in PvP, because they can be pretty annoying for other people. But overall, usually you play double DPS or DPS heal, or, you know, when you play 3-man, then yeah, you know. So let's hop over it like this. We go random here, like it is here sorted out. Let's start with Assassination Rogue. Just to make it clear, it's not a PvP spec. In general, I would say in Mists of Pandaria you can have fun with everything in PvP. You can even be successful with everything in PvP, depending on what you count as success. Everything is viable, but sure, as high the ladder goes, as more likely it is that you need to play meta specs to be successful. But if you are a very good Asa Rogue PvP player, you can climb the ladder with Asa Rogue, and you will only hit a wall when then you play against the best players with the best meta comps. Just to make it clear, today is not about comps, meta comps, but in general, sure, the S tier, S plus, A tier specs you will see much more likely in meta comps than the C tier specs. Next one, again, also here, Combat Rogue is not a PvP spec, so don't really consider it. And then we come to Sub Rogue. That is the Rogue PvP spec. It's, in my opinion, not that strong, so it's not one of the best specs, just to make it clear, but we all know what a rogue, and especially a good rogue player, can do. That's why I definitely rank it at least A tier. You know, all the stun, CC, whatever is going on, so a good rogue player can control the arena as he pleases, to be honest. So but just to make it clear, a bad sub-rogue player will be having a very tough time. A very good sub-rogue player will have a very good time. So next one is Shadow Priest. Shadow Priest is just decent overall. Like I said, the same about sub-rogue at the end of the day. Also not so easy to play, I would say, but you know, usually Shadow Priest players are pretty dedicated to their class, to their spec, so yeah. Next one is Elemental Shaman. Elemental Shaman, crazy burst, so I think I would rank it S tier. It's a pretty strong spec in Mists of Pandaria, in PvP, so I think S tier is fair. You could also argue with high A, so it's also always a little bit where you directly make the jump, but no, I will put it in S tier, and I definitely fine with that. Next one, Enhancement Shaman, another pretty good spec, I would say. I would rank it into the A tier as well, somewhere around. Should I rank here? Let's maybe later on figure out where in A tier, because I think the A tier will be pretty big, just to already mention. Now we come to Frost Mage, and Frost Mage, I can tell you, I think is the best PvP spec in Mists of Pandaria. Frost Mage, that's why I made the S plus tier. I'm pretty sure you will find lists where it's only in S tier, and I could even consider that you will find lists where it's only in A tier, but for me, overall, everything considering 2-man, 3-man, everything, open world, whatever, everything, at the end of the day, Frost Mage for me, best PvP spec in Mists of Pandaria. And then next one is Arms Warrior. Arms Warrior, also an S tier spec. I think I would even say it is the second best spec, so that's why I put it in. Yeah, I let it there. I let it there. Yeah, maybe we can also now look that we have the classes a little bit together. I don't know why it is so crazy random here. So I will now rank the other mage spec and the no. Let's for you, warrior, no PvP spec. So go for arms if you want to play warrior and PvP to make that pretty easy. Next one, I would say the same about arcane mage, but it's a little bit better. Good burst potential, and maybe you could say the same about fire mage, but I would only rank it in the bottom of the A tier. Then we come to warlock. Warlock has a crazy good time in PvE, but it's definitely not anywhere close to the best specs in PvP. I think if I would have to rank the best PvP spec, it would be Demo Warlock. Yeah, I think the best spec would be Demo Warlock, and then we have Affliction and Destro, just B tier. Not bad. Again, like I said, everything is pretty viable. Climbing the ladder, having a decent rating is possible with every spec, even with tank. But like I said, if you hit a wall with meta comps, with good players, then you will have a tough time. Next one is Monk. Monk is definitely decent, I would say. Decent, yeah, decent. Why not? A tier. I mean, you could already say A tier is good. Just to make it clear, we have an S plus tier, but I already spoiled this. There's only Frost Mage, so A tier is directly, next to S tier. So it is pretty good. And then we have Feral. Feral is hard. I would say Feral is pretty bad in most players' hand. But again, same with Shadow Priest and things like this. A Feral player is usually a very dedicated person to that spec, which makes it for me ranking a little bit higher. You will have not any success if you just say like, oh, I play a little bit of Feral one day of the week or whatever. But if you're a very dedicated Feral player, if you play it in a metacomp, there will be, I think there will be maybe a metacomp with Feral Druid. Then you have a very good chance with Feral Druid. Next one here is Balanced Druid. Balanced Druid, also something close to Elemental Shaman, where I think you will see a lot of lists where it's only in the A tier, but I will put it into the S tier. I think it has everything to outshine a lot of the other specs that you can see at the A tier. It's also not that hard to play, to be honest. So yeah, I will rank it in the A tier. And then we coming to the DKs. DKs, Frost is not a PvP spec. Unholy DK is a PvP spec, a pretty good one, to be honest, a pretty good one. It's, I think, arguably the best, second best melee spec after arms. So yeah, why not? Why not? Retribution Paladin, also pretty decent. I will put it into the mid of the A tier. You know, you have a lot of how is it called? Not support abilities that you can use as a Retribution Paladin. Is not sure if I would say that makes it hard to play because you have more options, but also more options means more room for errors. So yeah, a very, very good Retribution Paladin, have in some comps a good time, but also here I'm not sure how I would recommend it to people that just play once a month arena. And then we only have left Hunter. Hunter, for me, also not that easy to rank. I would say I would rank Beastmaster pretty high. They are super annoying in arena. Just to make it clear that the pet damage is already pretty high, nice movement, everything what could annoy you in arena can annoy you in arena with Beastmaster Hunter as an opponent. And then we have Survival. Survival, pretty strong in PvE, but not that strong in PvP. And there could be a team comp, especially in 3-man, where I consider a Survival Hunter pretty strong, but it needs to be a very good player in my opinion. And Marksman Hunter, I think, is hard to rank. I think I will put it at the kind of the end of the A tier. It's still pretty good. It has nice bursts and everything, but it definitely is weaker than, for me, Beast Hunter, for example, or Unholy Decay or whatever. So still pretty strong, not that hard to play, but in general, yeah, much weaker than S+ tier, S tier, and maybe 1-2 specs of the A tier. So overall, as you can see, a very, very, very big A tier. Basically, every class has a spec that is A tier or higher, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, Mage, Frost Decay, Shadow Decay. Yeah, every class has a spec that is at least A tier or higher. Like I said, Retribution Paladin, Feral Druid is something that you can definitely argue about. Demo Warlock, I'm also not so confident, but a good Demo, a good Warlock player can definitely manage it. Yeah, for me the best 3-4 specs are Frost Mage, Arms Warrior, Elemental Shaman, and our Boomkins. And then we have some specs that are basically not real PvP spec. That's the C and the B tier, and at the moment that you can talk about a PvP spec that is available, yeah, it's A tier. So wide range of varieties possible, wide range of options. Every class spec will have a combi, that a meta com that makes it viable, besides maybe, yeah, those specs, I'm not sure how to see them in a meta comp. Maybe survival, like I told you, but the other ones maybe not. So yeah, let's see how that plays out. That's it for this video, guys. See you, have a good one, bye bye.